speaker will going to be Dr. Negassi Hadgu. We are equally honored to welcome Dr. Negassi Hadgu, one of Eritrean leading advocates for constitutional federalism. Dr. Hadgu has developed an impact constitutional framework demonstrating how geographically federalism can strengthen national unity while empowering local communities. He is the author of Beyond Tyranny, a case of geographical federalism and part of PFDJ Eritrea and Transitional National Chapter for Federalism and Democratic Eritrea. His work continues to contribute meaningfully the discussion of democratic transition and constitutional reform. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Negassi Hadgu.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Abadi Mohammed, for kind introduction. Distinguished members of the Third Congress Organization Committee, the leadership of the African National Congress, President Ahmed Mohammed, fellow guest speakers, respected guests and fellow Eritrean brothers and sisters, I sincerely thank you for the honorable invitation to participate in the Third Congress. Please allow me to address with the profound respect following the powerful presentation by President Ahmed Mohammed on unity through federalism, equality through self-government, and democracy through shared governance. Today, I want to build on that vision and offer specific concrete constitutional precision. Geographic federalism as a right medicine for our beloved nation political crisis. From tyranny to democracy, I respect the ANC vision and I command you explicit commitment to Eritrea's territorial integrity. Our shared opposition is the PFD junta tyrannical hyper-centralized must end. Our shared goal to dismantle the PFD junta through a united struggle to establish a democratic Eritrea on geographical federalism. Our shared commitment must be to end the silent genocide of our people and the marginalization of our diverse communities. I especially commend the African National Congress explicit commitment for Eritrean territorial integrity. By presenting your vision, as today you did, as internal self-government within democratic federal order rather than separatism, you extend hand of participation all Eritreans who seek justice and democracy. As I have outlined in my blueprint for the interim federal government of Democratic Eritrea, we are fundamentally aligned. The tyrannical hyper-centralized structure of the PFDJ must replace it by a decentralized, democratic, and federalist order. Diagnosis: what all the PFDJ regime has destroyed? It has abolished the 9 historical authorities, replaced them with powerless administrative zones, centralized all economic, political, and military power in one authoritarian man and his ruling clique, reduced and lost generations through indefinite national service, mass exile, despair, exposition, marginalization, and national collapse. To describe the right medicine, we must understand the full severity of the disease. The PFDJ did not just oppress our people. It systematically dismantled every structure, safeguard against tyranny. It abolished our 9 historical areas, which had served as organic administrative backbone for our country, in our country for generations. It replaced them It created artificial zone with no real power. Eritrean farmers, pastoralists, fishing communities felt this most acutely. Their land was seized, their livelihood was disturbed, their community were displaced. This is the devil. What is the right constitutional medicine to ensure this never happen again? The right medicine is geographic federalism. Eritrea is a nation. We are one sovereign state composed of diverse ethno-linguistic communities, not collection of separate nations. I will make clear. Eritrea is a nation. Eritrea is one sovereign state composed of diverse ethno-linguistic communities, not collection of separate nations. Federalism rooted in geography, not in essence, based on our historic origin, Akelgazai, Barka, Dinkelia, Garsititsa, Hamasin, Sahel, Samhar, Sanhit, and Sarai, is one that will really benefit every Eritrean. Regional autonomy as conditional right, permanent and not recoverable. If we have that autonomy, it will not happen like we have in the last 35 years without it. The right medicine is geographic federalism, a federal system rooted in Eritrea's 9 historic origins. I am so happy to see today that the Afar National Congress has put those. But let me be absolutely clear, one fundamental position. Eritrea itself is a nation, okay. We don't consider competing or nationalities or nationalities. We are one sovereign state made up beautifully diverse ethno-linguistic community. Because yes, I am firmly opposed to model that dividing by us by ethnicity. Geographic federalism is based on our 9 historical origins or province, not ethnical borders. It guarantees equal protection for every ethno-linguistic community, from the largest to the smallest, while strengthening our shared national citizenship. Under geographic federalism, regional autonomy is not a gift from central government. It is permanent, constitutionally entrenched right that no future dictator can ever revoke. Ensure local communities govern themselves while remaining one united Eritrean nation. 4 guarantees for geographic federalism are: the base for geographic federalism are constitutional protection of regional autonomy, local self-government over local affairs and culture, shared Eritrean citizenship building together. It's the Eritrean citizenship that will build us together, bind us. Equitable national development for all regions. The result will be what? A stable Eritrea, a just Eritrea, a united Eritrea. Why does geographic federalism work? Because it delivers our essential guarantees to the state. First, it constitutionally protects regional autonomy. Second, it empowers local communities to govern their own affairs and preserve their culture. Third, it preserves one shared economic system, binding all our community together as equal partners, not something else. Fourth, it ensures the wealth of our land is developed and shared equitably. Together, those 4 pillars created a stable, justice, united Eritrea that we all seek. Why resource governance matters? It matters because the legitimate need, the ancestral lands, local livelihoods of the Afar and other ethno-linguistic community must be protected from disposition. Structural risk, localizing subsurface minerals like oil, gas, and even the ports creates severe economic disparity between regions. Therefore, the goal should be a stable federal requires justice, local ethno-linguistic community, and fairness for the whole nation. Now, as we move from theory to the constitutional article, we must address the most critical questions. Who controls the land and its resource? Brother Ahmed and the Afro National Congress, your manifesto is rightly champions provisional authority over natural resource management. I fully understand why Afar people have suffered most extreme forms of dispossession and exploitation. That historical trauma is real, and it must be answered with absolute constitutionality. However, granting full control of major minerals, revenue of our national ports to individual region creates serious structural risk. If those resources are wholly localized, we risk creating unstable economical inequality within our federation. No federal state can endure if few provinces become hyper-wealthy while others cannot afford to build infrastructure or educate their children. We must therefore find a balanced solution that guarantees justice for the local community and fairness for the entire nation. Therefore, I will divide into the first pillar is regional control over surface and land livelihood. Those should include exclusive and constitutionally protected regional authority over agriculture, pastoral grazing rights, traditional marriage routes, local water access, coastal and inland fisheries. Why it matters: daily survival for the people who are there, the indigenous dignity, the cultural heritage of the Apar people and others, Eritreans. Solution is by fabricated constitutional approach. Pillar 1 is regional control over surface and livelihood rights. I fully support the principle of the Raja of Dinkela and other regional governments must enjoy exclusive constitutionally protected authority over surface land and life systems. This covers, as I said before, agricultural, grazing rights, migration routes, water access, and fisheries. They are essential for our daily survival, our dignity, our cultural heritage. This authority is exclusive, permanent, and cannot be overridden by the federal government. Second pillar is which resource should be in the federal control. Federal control macro-level land rights and major resources. Federal jurisdiction over major resources should be subsurface minerals, oil and gas, natural gases, large-scale commercial extraction and ports. Core principles. This well constitutes the sovereign endowment of all Eritreans, binding equal revenue sharing formula. A fixed constitutional percentage automatically should return to the province of origin. Those minerals, subsurface, oil and things like that. Funds for local infrastructure should be provided, environmental rehabilitation of those mineral areas, and social service. Pillar 2 is federal over land management, major national wells, and especially subsurface minerals, oil, natural gas, and large-scale commercial extraction, and or national ports must under jurisdiction of the federal government. This will consist of sovereign endowment of territories. But let me be absolutely clear. To ensure local community are never again marginalized by extraction from their ancestral land, our constitution must include binding equitable revenue sharing formula, fixed percentage of all federal revenue derived from national resources should be automatically allocated back to the province of origin. This is not political charity, it is constitutional right, guaranteed to fund your local infrastructure, environmental rehabilitation, and community development. Federal Eritrea should look it as one body and many organs. Geographic federalism is constitutional foundation. Regional control protects livelihood of unity. Federal control protects national equality and unity. Revenue sharing, local benefits. The path forward, unity does not mean uniformity. Let us become coordinated national body with many organs. Brothers and sisters, the choice is between centralization and between centralization and participation, authoritarianism and democracy. As I recently wrote, the Eritrean resistance has no other options than establishing one united body, but unity does not mean, again, uniformity. To ensure our differences, the most powerful model for our future state is biological, one body with many organs. In a healthy body, the organs don't compete for supremacy. Geographic federalism allows 9 areas to act as a strong structure skeleton of the nation, protecting daily livelihood for a community like Afar. At the same time, the federal management of our national resource, national ports acts as a livelihood that nourishes the entire nation equitably. We all share the same beating heart of the Eritrean citizenship. Yeah. Brothers and sisters, the choice, therefore, I warmly invite you to participate. Yes, I think something is not for. So therefore, I warmly invite you to participate in the participants of this Congress, the leadership of the African National Congress, to engage in principal dialogue. Let us coordinate our effort within the Transitional National Charter for a federal and democratic Eritrea. Moving forward together, with shared aspiration and common action, let us become one body with many organs. Victory and glory to the Eritrean people. God bless Eritrea and its people. Thank you for your time, and I wish you a highly successful Congress. Thank you, everyone, for listening, and I hope you have some. What I have tried to accomplish here is, yes, federalism within the Eritrean community is possible. It's not just only possible, it is also the only way to go forward. Thank you for your time and for listening.
Thank you, Dr. Negassi Hadgu, for your presentation.